Do-do, do-do, do,
Hello, and we are live. Welcome to the next episode of Arbor the Roll, Session 14.
Where our DM is actually a 20-sided die. I love it. I mean,
Yes.
Greg was
Mark.
cool, but this die.
This is how I roll.
At last, at last, Greg Horvey has achieved his final form.
Final form, yeah. I like it.
So, as always, check out where we get our music from, Tabletop RPG Music on Patreon. I can hear myself.
Tabletop RPG.
Also,
Okay.
check out our Discord in the description. It'll also be in the chat. Lastly, we also have another Behind the Roll coming out on Saturday. So stay tuned for that.
All right. And the only thing that I have to say on behalf of Greyhide is that Greyhide fully supports the Freedom Convoy. And that's the last I say about that.
Oh,
So does Enigma.
Well, you know, you gotta love freedom. You got.
And welcome back. So, last time we left off, we had a nice adventure with Enigma's one-time partner. Don't know if it's, sexual or anything, but it was a one-time partner of someone in her past turned vampire. And after a first poorly gone battle, you eventually, and Enigma had to sacrifice herself and go with the vampire. You all eventually got together, got some allies, and went and defeated the vampire. Unfortunately, the vampire had already turned Enigma from what we saw last episode, though the party doesn't necessarily know that, though they may have suspicions. But Enigma knows that. I think we left off at Troll Skull Manor as we had a long rest, finally. And Greyhide and Fitz finally got over 10 hit points.
Yes. Yeah, we had a long rest, and I know it's noon, but I could really go for a breakfast sandwich, just to cap off that adventure. And before we...
Greyhide, you can always go for a breakfast sandwich. Is there any time that you can't go for a breakfast sandwich?
Well, there was a time I had 13 in a row and I was puking my guts out. I was not interested in breakfast sandwiches then, but after going toe-to-toe with a vampire for what feels like, 12 hours straight, I think some tarragon is in order. You think you could help me out with that, Angelo? Angelo just shrugs. I don't know.
Angelo, are you feeling all right? What's wrong?
Something's different around here. I don't know. I went into my kitchen. Somebody threw away all of my garlic. I don't know why. Oh. Actually, that was me. I just had a feeling, and I think the garlic has gone bad. What do you mean it's gone bad? I just had to get rid of it. I'll order you some new one, but I think it's just as a precaution. We need to get rid of the garlic. I don't understand you sometimes. I can't walk like this.
Well, I mean, do we, Enigma, how are you feeling this morning? You're looking
Amazing. Fabulous.
beautiful, slightly
Well, you
pale.
look
Yes,
terrific.
that is so good.
You
Yes,
got a rosy hue in your cheeks. You look like a whole new person.
I feel like a brand new bitch. How are you guys feeling?
Good. I feel good.
better, after the undeadness sort of wore off, and I didn't feel like I was drained quite as much anymore. Your friend, packs quite a punch. Why were you underground when we arrived, Enigma? What did she do to you?
She's a weird one. I have no idea. I think
Well, she definitely buried her underground. I think that's That was kind of a real dick move on Anya's part, but I mean,
Yes. What did she want, Enigma? What did she want from you? Why was she taking you away?
Well, why are you interrogating me?
I'm just curious. I mean, we all almost
Why
died
am I
last
being
night.
interrogated right now? I don't understand. Why are you interrogating?
We're on a team and we all died, and almost, and maybe some of us did, and we just trying to figure it out. Just trying to make
I'm
sure we're
gonna
all on
make
the same
everybody
page.
some breakfast, okay? You keep talking. I'm gonna make her the
Yeah, I
breakfast.
think you might owe us a little bit of answers. So who is she?
Okay, so it's just someone I used to adventure with back in the day, and obviously she's like obsessed with me. So she wanted me to come adventure with her, and now
Give me
she's
the
like
first
a weird
one.
vampire. So don't know.
Oh. Well,
What do you guys eat for breakfast?
I think we've all been through a lot. I think, and we have some unanswered questions, guys. I don't think now is the time. We know that we all came together through a difficult time, but in the end, we prevailed together as friends. Enigma joined our side in fighting this threat, and that's all that matters to me right now. Whether or not Enigma's changed or hiding something from us, we can discuss that later. But we're all one united convoy, united in a singular purpose. You know what I mean? Like a convoy is what I'm saying. So let's just put that aside. Maybe have some wonderful breakfast, and then, that's my feeling. I don't think we should press anyone on this matter just yet.
Don't convoys, move in a straight line together?
I think that's what we're doing. Enigma, you're on the same page as the rest of us. We've got a quest ahead of us. We have to go and talk to our friend Bonnie and get her to join our cause, and possibly So you're with us 100%.
100%, like a convoy, straight ahead.
Marching on to our goal, united. I like the sounds of that.
Well, so that was strange, but I guess how much time do we have before we go meet the Doppelgangers?
I believe you said that you would meet them at 3.
Yes, and the sundial in town
Should
square
be pretty much soon.
What is it, like 1 o'clock right now?
It's it's like 12:01, something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Ugh, God.
Just as a reminder, all the other side quests you have right now is you have the dragon, of course. You have the inn that's being harassed by some halflings up in the field ward. You have one
I
other
could
one.
go punch a halfling right now.
Doppelgangers. I think those are the 3 you have.
That would feel a little bit weird to me. Like
Bronze Dragon, did we mention that? Yeah.
Yeah, Bronze Dragon. I think we should go meet Bonnie and then head to the Bronze Dragon.
Yeah. Punching halflings sounds a little. I don't know. It's like punching down a bit. You know what I mean? I'm a paladin. I don't punch down. I lift people up. Right. So. Oh, hang on a second. I just found. Oh, sorry. I just found this in my cloak. I thought I'd gotten rid of this, but maybe I'll just.
Is that garlic?
Yes.
Enigma,
I'll just keep this for.
You suddenly smell something that smells disgusting.
I just found this in my cloak, but I'll just put this away for now.
I mean, keep it on hand, Greyhide. Garlic's always good to have around if anyone gets hungry.
Okay,
You know what?
It might have gone bad. Maybe I should put it in that bag of holding of yours so that it doesn't offend anyone. You know what I mean? Because it's a little bit old, this garlic here. So, oh yeah, it's kind of rank. So, can I give it to you, Fitz, and you put it in the bag of holding?
Sure. I'll put it in the bag of holding.
All right.
Enigma,
so
you all right? Are you all right, Enigma?
I'm feeling very nauseous. Please get that the F away from me.
Yeah, it is really rank and it's old.
I'm sorry,
garlic,
you don't like this? You don't like this smell? And I'm holding it up to her face. Are you sure you don't like this?
The garlic looks pretty fresh
I'm
to
gonna
me.
smack you in the face.
I bought that fucking garlic yesterday.
Just squish his face.
I put it in the bag of holding.
You'd be nice
want
to
to-
him.
If you want to try to
I'm
slap
sorry.
him, you can do an unarmed attack on him.
Yay! Okay.
Okay, I don't put it in the bag of holding. I just sort of hold it and watch her and just move it slightly back and forth, just to confirm my suspicions that she may have died.
Oh shit! I think I rolled the wrong thing.
Suddenly she takes out a bow and shoots you.
Are you attacking somebody?
Can I try again or?
Yeah, just click the unarmed. I think you should have unarmed attack. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
There you go. It hits right off his brigandine armor. Tink! You hear a little metal
Who
sound.
gets hit? Me?
No.
No, I
Fitz.
smacked Fitz.
Oh, okay.
She tried to smack me, but she missed.
Oh,
All right, Enigma, I guess I'll just put this away so that it doesn't bother you anymore, because clearly the purity of garlic is offensive to some of us.
Okay, I've got to say something. I had my suspicions, and I'm conflicted about this because I'm a paladin, but Enigma, we're a team. We're all together, and if you have a problem, we're here to help you. But I need to ask: Do you think you might be a vampire after? Do you think you're a vampire?
what's gonna happen if I am? Are you guys gonna kick me out?
No, we're going to chop your head off and burn your body. That's what you do with those.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'm
Definitely not a vampire. I
No.
would never. I hate vampires.
We're,
They stink.
Enigma, we're joking. We're not going to cut your head off. We just want to know, we just want to make sure that if you're a vampire, you're not going to eat us. That's
This
reasonable.
is unknown territory for me, but the thing is, you seem like your old self, like you're the same, Enigma we've always known, but it's...
I don't know you.
Maybe
she's
we
been
can
a-
get through this together. And
She's
it
been a bit
pains
on
me to
edge.
say this, that I'm a
We don't want to
paladin.
make any
I'm
assumptions of your...
Okay, I don't know. I turned into a bat earlier. I'm just gonna be honest. If you guys want to kill me,
Wow! Oh no, I'm sorry.
Want to
You
see?
turned-
It's pretty cool.
Yep, well, okay. Shh.
Ah!
Turns into a bat.
Wow. That's...
What's going on, Mom? Get out of my kitchen!
No,
What's going on,
Chef Angelo, it's
There's a
fine.
bat in the
It's not...
Angelo!
No, Chef
There's
Angelo,
a
it's
bat in
fine.
my kitchen! Get it out of here!
Chef, please. It's fine.
Can you just change back? Poor Angelo.
Evaporates
Wow.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, that's so tiring.
Is that a bad sign?
is that a bat sign? So, Enigma, that's useful that you can do that. So are you thirsty for our blood? When you look at us, do you want to put your teeth into our neck and drink our life juice, or no?
Not really.
Not yours, precisely.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, that's great. All right.
She didn't say that. I said that.
So you are a vampire, but you're not going to kill us. That's what I'm getting from this.
no. Are you guys gonna kill me now or attempt to? Because, I might not be a vampire. So we probably shouldn't.
I mean, I feel like the display of the bat probably means
Is-
you're a vampire.
Well, Alpha, can't you turn into a bat also? Isn't that like something
No.
you can do? How do we know that? But you
I
can eat
can't.
I've seen you eat garlic, so
I can't turn into a bat.
you
I
can't.
can pull a bat out of my hat. Oh, that rhymed. Anyways,
I'm sure there's some reasonable explanation why I can turn into a bat and do all these crazy things. And if you look at my fingernails, they became really rock hard, and I could probably scratch someone's eyes out really easily. They're
So,
pretty.
are you kind of? It's daytime now. Are you kind of stuck inside?
I don't know. I have this really pretty cloak that I got that I can turn into anything. Remember? So I can.
Well, I think it goes without saying that we have to keep this a secret. We can't go around and asking experts, advice about this because we don't really want. We can't have people knowing that we're traveling around with a vampire. So I think the secret stays in this room, and Angelo won't tell any of the customers that you can turn into a bat either. So, what do you think? We need to keep the secret for now.
I'm not gonna fucking tell anybody. Maybe let's just keep an eye on things, and Enigma, if you start feeling hungry for blood or something like that, just let us know, and let's keep an eye on this. Yes.
You stick one fang in any of us, that's it. I didn't trust you before, but I'm gonna have my eye on you now. Let it be known.
We got a little bit of a saucy little, a little scratch. You're not going to win a scratching contest with a vampire. Let me tell you that, Alpha.
Yeah. All right. let's
Fitz?
take this outside and see how good she is.
You want to go?
Oh, now settle down. Settle down,
white
ladies.
patty
We
on
can,
Wow.
Well, that was
But yeah, you definitely feel exhausted after doing the bat thing.
Oh yeah, and I think I can only do it like once, right?
You can do it once. After some experience, you find out you can do it once per short rest. You have to take like an hour rest between each one.
Okay, cool.
So I guess we should kind of test this a little. What about give her something to eat, like food, and see how that feels.
A breakfast sandwich is a short rest.
We don't know what we're dealing
I'll tell
with.
you that much.
Yeah.
And by the way, here they are. Breakfast sandwiches for everybody with no garlic.
Thank you, Angelo.
There's tarragon though.
Maybe I'll take mine with garlic on everything from now on.
Wow.
Well, I can
it?
sprinkle garlic with that spice artifact that I have.
Oh,
so
yes. Can you reach into your bag and get me some garlic salt as well? Just.
Well,
let's test this out. Have a bite of the sandwich.
All right, just a little bit. I don't want too much because it's offensive. Here, you get a little bit of garlic for you, a little bit for Fitz, and I'll stay away from the garlic today because,
Well,
if Enigma takes a bite, Enigma will not. You can taste it. It tastes good. You can eat it, no problem. It just doesn't really fill you up.
Okay. What happens if I look into a mirror? By the way, someone in the comments.
I guess try.
Okay.
Are there any
mirrors? You can find a mirror. Enigma would have a little small mirror for.
I think
makeup
at the very
and
least,
stuff.
if she's gonna stick around with us, guys, we need to test out and see to what extent this goes. So
so we're going to stab her and see if she comes back.
Well,
you look into the mirror, you don't see a reflection.
What?
My reflection.
Well, I can see my reflection. I don't.
So you don't even know what you look like. I think you look wonderful. I think you look better than ever. But it's sad that you can't see yourself.
Okay, so
how am I gonna do my hair?
Okay.
Oh wow, that would be heartbreaking for you.
How did it feel to eat the sandwich?
I don't think I'm a vampire because I can taste it. It tastes pretty good, but it's not really filling at all.
Okay, I mean you turned into a bat. You have no reflection. Sandwiches aren't filling.
There's a small chance I might not be a vampire.
Okay, so what about sunlight? Have you tried putting your pan out?
I'm sure I can go in the sun.
Okay,
otherwise I'm gonna lose my tan, and that would be.
Okay,
well,
we should find out.
Let's go. Yes, let's go in the sun. Sure.
But the paladins also said there's something called a vampire spawn, which is different. So you're might not be a full vampire. You might be a vampire spawn or.
With your previous role, when you did a knowledge, I think history or nature, I forget which one, but that you rolled high enough that you would know that vampire spawns don't have free will. They work for others, and they're definitely less cognitive than Enigma's being.
They're definitely less what?
Cognitive.
Cognitive.
They are more stupid.
Yes.
All right,
there's another way of putting it.
My little hat.
Okay.
Okay, I pull out a rat.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, just
what are you
calm
doing,
down.
Alpha?
Well, I want to see if she feels like eating it.
There's vermin in my kitchen. Yeah.
No, don't worry. I'm not gonna let it go, Angelo. We're just
do an unarmed
trying to
attack
figure
for
out.
Angelo. Roll a d20.
For Angelo.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Angelo's gonna roll a d20.
And-
Shoot! Vermin, get out of here! He rolls a 1.
oh yeah, he's not even close. He's just
Angelo,
like.
I promise I won't let this run in your kitchen. I just need to see if she's hungry for fresh blood from this rat.
Okay, Fig, anything you'll say.
Don't worry, I wouldn't do that to you.
I think he
I'm just
likes
gonna slap
he
it.
likes you, Fid.
I'm gonna slap it out of your hand.
I'm holding it tight.
Mmm.
Roll an unarmed attack.
Oh, here we go. Whoa.
I also kind of want to smack it out of the hand.
Roll a dexterity save, I say. And you have to roll higher than that to not have it.
So
Wait,
yes.
sorry, what do I roll?
Poor
This is
rat.
for Fig. You already rolled the.
23.
Yeah, you easily move the rat out of the way.
Well,
Just need to know if the blood does something for you from a live
I would
creature.
never put a rat in my mouth, and if I did start eating people, they would be the most beautiful people you'd ever see. So get that shit out of my
Oh
face.
no! That puts me in danger!
It does.
true, Greyhide.
But,
You are
you know-
gorgeous.
It would be like somebody like half as hot as you, so
Oh yes.
Good
It would be such a waste.
I can't kill
Yeah.
the most beautiful man in the world.
I put the
I
rat
know.
back in my
I
head.
was right at
Ew.
Fig when I say that. Or not
Yeah.
Fig, Fitz.
Yeah, that's great. Oh,
Okay, what about strength? Like, are you stronger? Are there any physical things that changed on you besides you turning into a bat?
I mean, I guess we'll find out. I don't really want to do anything physical right now.
No, but I'm saying, did you notice anything different?
Did you want to do something physical, Alpha?
woof.
Whoa, this is getting
I
saucy.
can't tell if that's a pickup line or a threat.
Look, you
Yeah.
either cooperate, or you'll be basically walking with my knife behind your back the entire time.
Okay.
Alright, no need to get all stabby just this early in the morning. We're having a beautiful tarragon infused
It's middle of the
sandwich.
afternoon. All right.
And it's morning for us. We
Early
slept long,
afternoon,
right?
really. It's. I'm just going to casually slide out my dagger and just nick my thumb so that there's just a little bit of blood. And then I'm going to act like a total ditz and say, "Oh no, I've nicked myself with my dagger. Oh, that's so strange. Oh, Enigma, do you have anything to this? Do you have anything? Do you have a
He's
handkerchief
got a
or something?"
boo-boo.
It looks like a cookie to Enigma, but it's not like unbearable. It's like, okay, I don't need to eat that.
Does this make you
Told you,
hungry?
not a vampire.
I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that, but all right.
Well, alright.
Should we
Well, I
then,
mean-
for now, head to the yawning portal to meet Bonnie?
Yeah, this
Yes.
discussion's probably taking an hour, so it'll maybe take an hour to get there. So.
I was just about to brew another pot of coffee, but okay. See you later.
We'll see you soon, Angelo.
Why don't we do a roll for
Hi,
Angelo? Do roll a 20, give him +5, and the higher he rolls, the quicker he has the tavern up and running.
Ooh.
Okay. So I'm gonna roll.
And he's got +5 because he's an experienced chef. Yes.
So 7 plus 5 is a 12.
Okay. He'll probably have it in the next few days, 2 or 3 days.
I got a lot of work to do. So get out of my kitchen, please.
Sure. Do you know, Alpha, you are an enigma when it comes to that, chef.
Don't even call me. Don't insult me.
Oh, sorry.
No, he was using enigma as a noun. not
All
as a-
right,
Yeah.
let's get going.
Also a word. Fine. All right. Let's. We go to the gaping chasm.
Gaping chasm.
Gaping, yawning.
The yawning chasm. That sounds even worse. So you find a coach, you head up there. You make it there. The doors are open, but no one's inside. No customers are inside. You see around a table I don't have my notes open yet. Hold on. You see around a table 4 figures, one of which is Bonnie. They look like they're waiting.
Well, I think that's our friends.
How many?
Hello! Bonnie,
Hello!
thank you so much for your... Are you making fun of me, Greyhide?
No, I was just the way I say hello.
How many of them do we see, sorry?
4. Oh,
4.
there's my notes. Sorry.
So
You see,
Oh,
you see Bonnie, who you've seen before. She's actually in her work clothes right now, probably preparing for work. You see another one, skinny, dark brown hair, that with hair that sticks in multiple directions, very unkept and very thick hair. He has a 7 o'clock shadow with a wide, thin mouth. You see a bit of a plump woman, red hair, red skin, horns curved back, a tiefling.
oh, horns.
And brightly freckled, wearing clothes that are probably a little too tight for her. And you see another skinny man with dark black hair, parted on the sides, with a triangle face. His face has a mustachio and some chin hair, and he wears
Like
a black
Waluigi,
top hat.
sounds like.
Hmm.
I'm picturing Waluigi, like skinny triangle face with a mustachio.
Yes.
Anyway, I won't
But-
say that's
Oh,
Waluigi.
A bit more skinny triangular face, but yeah, kind of like if you took that guy and made him also Luigi, it'd look like.
Wait,
Wow.
guys, before we go over there, are we just going to ask them if they want to join the Harpers? Because they'll probably say yes. How are we going to test them out? Do we actually have a reason to need doppelgangers? Should we tell them that we need them for something and make them a
Well,
mission and bring them with
we're-
us? What if we tell them to pose as halflings? We need them to pose as halflings so we can go save a tavern from halflings.
We are here on someone else's behest.
Yes, but are we just going to walk up to them and ask them if they're trustworthy? What are they going to say? No?
If you want, I can remind you of his exact words if it would help.
Yes, that would help.
He said, blah, blah, blah. It was his Mert. He says, one of our members, doesn't matter his name, has allied himself with a gang of doppelgangers and believes the Harpers should recruit them. We need an unbiased opinion. Track down and speak with each of the doppelgangers and gauge their trustworthiness.
So we have to gauge their trustworthiness. Yes.
But we don't really know what he wants them
Yes,
for.
I just heard his voice in my head. We have to gauge.
I believe you did
Yeah.
talk to him a bit about that, and he said the main thing is they shouldn't, like, the Harpers have a healthy disrespect for authority, but they can also be trusted within the groups. They have to be, like, trustable.
Yeah, but what do the Harpers do?
They're
You talked to him a bit about that too. I believe he said something along the lines of they basically make sure that people in power can't have too much power, basically.
they
And
watch
there was
the
some
watchers.
connection to the castle lanterns, right?
That's who he
No,
was
they
fine with on the
cast
time,
lanterns.
at the time.
So-
Yes, they just happen to be beside the booth.
Oh, that's right.
He doesn't
yes.
like the castle lanterns, mind you. He
Okay.
thinks
I got
they're
the
not
impression that may have been why he was there, was to watch him.
Yes. And they manufacture
Harpers also
harps,
play
these
music.
Harpers.
Yeah,
That's
are
their
they
profession
musical?
is harpers. Or that's
Are
their...
we judging their talents?
Hmm.
All right, well, fine. Let's just go see if they like authority and seem like good doppelgangers, I guess.
Well, I guess we'll have to just be casual, but just ask some. There's no need to be deceptive when talking to them, and we can ascertain through normal discourse. I think, their trustworthiness. They might just volunteer stuff in the way that they answer their questions. So I think that rather than being deceptive ourselves, we should be pretty straightforward. I would say that would be the best tack.
Can I roll,
Alright.
just before we approach them, an insight? Just to kind of get a bit of a...
Yeah, you can roll an overall insight. You can't get too much from just looking at him around
Right.
the table, but for sure.
See if I notice
That's a really good
anything more.
insight. So, to go through them again,
She's they're insightful.
I can't really give any more about Bonnie that you don't already know, but from that insight roll. But the skinny, dark brown hair one with the 7 o'clock shadow, he kind of seems like he has a sneer that's always like stuck. His mouth is stuck in a sneer. You see him kind of fidgeting here and there. Something a little weird with that. Greta gives that look of maybe Like she's always looking to seduce, possibly.
There's something about that tiefling.
Just the way she moves, it's always trying to be seductive. Though it's with that high roll, you can tell, even though she's kind of low key about it, since she's with her other doppelgangers.
I'm going to pay most attention to the Waluigi one. I'm going to keep an eye on him more than the others.
And I was going to say, that guy, you notice, you can actually hear him. And at one point you hear him say, "My poetry is a beautiful," and it's like obvious fake accent.
And I know what an Italian accent sounds like.
It kind of looks like they're putting on a display, maybe?
Definitely. The one that's a little jittery, not so much. But yeah, a lot of them, inherently all of them are putting on a display of some sort.
That musician that was there last time, is he there
Three
again?
strings? No, he's not there.
No, is Durnan there?
You don't see him, no. But he could be somewhere else, like in the back.
Interesting.
So, well, I'd like to open by talking to them as a group and just say that, to thank them all for agreeing to meet with us, and just say that we have a very attractive opportunity, and this is just a first meeting to sort of ascertain your various talents and how you might be a fit in the Harper organization.
If they're maybe looking for a little bit of work.
Mm-hmm.
But
it'll be very worth your while. It's a very attractive offer, and we'd just like to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
They will introduce themselves. Bonnie will start and says, "Well, Sugars, you know me. I work here." The skinny dark brown hair one says, with a 7 o'clock shadow, he says, "Yeah, my name's Tran. And yeah, I'm trustworthy. Where'd your feller go?"
Trustworthy? We didn't really. We assume you're all trustworthy. We didn't bring up the term
maybe.
Trustworthy, but that's good to know. It's good to know that you see yourself as trustworthy. That's,
has a small bladder.
That's admirable.
The plump woman who wears very tight clothes, tiefling, gets up and says, "Well, looky here. What do we have here?" and moves over to Greyhide and kind of comes up to you seductively and says, "Well, what can I do for you?"
Well,
finally, the last one,
yeah,
the skinny, the one you call, whatever you call him.
Luigi?
Waluigi, yeah.
Waluigi. He says, "You can't be bothered with such things. I have my poetry to do."
Ah, poet, you say?
How much does your poetry pay?
You see Bonnie roll her eyes. And he continues, "It doesn't pay very much right now, but it will in the future.
Well,
Would you like to hear my poetry?"
Oh, yes.
I would love to hear a poem.
Maybe
Who
it's
wouldn't
about
want to
his
hear a
disregard
poem?
for authority.
Alright. He says, "My poetry is very beautiful. You hear my name spoken for ages." And then he starts going through the poetry, and it seems to be about city life, but it's pretty awful. It doesn't rhyme, has no rhythm. It's like at one point you pick up on it after dazing out for a while. He says, "To sit the back and gander at the city, squat around and wonder so petty." And it's basically just a bunch of nonsense like that.
Wow, that's
Maybe
really...
the common tongue isn't his first language.
Sorry, what was your name again?
My name is Levani Olamanani.
Well, we might have a proposition that could help support your poetry.
No. That is a good proposition.
Well, before we get into the details of that, we're also I'm actually part of a club that's doing some research on local opinion, and I'm just wondering how all of you feel about the Watch and the Authority. And don't worry, nothing you say will be recorded by name. It's all anonymous. But we're doing a survey of how people feel about Authority.
They
What do
all
you guys
look,
think? Do you...
when you start bringing this up, they all look a little uncomfortable. Bonnie will
interesting.
say, "Oh, Sugar, we never break the law," and they all kind of say the same thing.
Oh no, of course. We all know we don't break the law either, except some of us. But no, we more so just, emotionally. How do you feel about the current ruler?
No. The Tran will speak up, and I don't know about the current ruler. I just like to go out and gamble and do some work here and there. I don't get involved.
And what kind of work do you do here and there?
It doesn't really matter. I here and there.
Roll for insight.
Sure.
I mean,
8.
You get the impression that he doesn't want to give any details, but not sure beyond that.
I mean,
other than what you can
must
gather
assume,
from yourself,
he
I'm just
said
gonna-
the word gambling. I'm sure that's his thing.
I'm going to do a divine sense. Will people know? Is there like a sort of a glow or a way to do it covertly if I do divine sense just to see if there's
you do have to do some motions. You take out your holy symbol, you hold it up a bit, but other than that, the way it presents itself is kind of up to you. I've always imagined just like maybe puts like a haze over your eyes or something like that, or something where you can look around. So not really.
And I'll say, don't mind me. This is just something I'm required to do periodically as a paladin, and then I just do it
5 times a day.
Yes.
Yes, sorry, he's a paladin. You know what they're like. Very strange. He was
You do divine.
dropped as a child.
You do define sense. You look around. You don't see any undead other than Enigma next to you.
Whoa!
And
okay.
But you don't see
you're
any
clearly
celestials
undead, all right.
or fiends.
But nothing else.
Nothing else.
Okay, so I think the fact that never occurred to me to do this, and the fact that I do it now, and then I realize, holy shit, she's 100% dead. I think
you take a double look at her.
I'm just gonna be like this the entire time. I'm just gonna be like, and not say much during. I'm gonna be basically useless the rest of the meeting. I'm just gonna be like,
Greyhide, are you all right? Are you?
Me? I'm fine. I'm Greyhide. I'm never better. Why do you ask?
Kind of weird for him to be silent.
What?
What
no,
is
this
it?
This is regular Greyhide. This is me. That's how I am.
Yes.
What about you? How are you?
Says Han Solo.
We're great. Just talking to these people. I'm gonna lean in. I'm gonna change the subject and say, I'm sorry. What do you prefer us to call you in public? Just
Bretta comes up to you and kind of puts her arm around you under yours because you're taller than her, and says, "Oh, you can call me anything you want. How about you buy me a drink later today?"
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Greta, it is delightful to make your acquaintance.
Bonnie speaks up and
guys,
says,
this might be...
Bretta, you're not going to get anything from him. Stop sugaring up to him.
Huh.
And you can call us anything. People.
Well, I mean,
Well, I
Greta,
think
that depends what you're into. I don't know.
I don't know.
So how do you all know each other?
Good question. Yes.
We met on the road, heading north from Baldur's Gate. We actually all ran into each other in Baldur's Gate at one point or another. But a few too many people got to know who we really were in Baldur's Gate, and so we decided to head north together. And this time we kept a bit more incognito.
I'm gonna roll an insight.
Yes.
Have you guys run into any trouble? Are you guys in any kinds of trouble?
No, we're not in any trouble. That's why we came to this place.
I rolled a 3, so just carry on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still staring at Enigma, like, no idea what else is happening.
No, nothing.
The only trouble we have is some of these idiots here get themselves into normal people trouble, but no doppelganger trouble.
I'm
What
going
would
to lean into
doppelganger
them.
trouble entail?
Oh, just people know who we are.
You guys
that's
need
important.
assistance with anything?
No, not really. I mean, I think I'm the only one here, and she looks around with kind of a scorn. That can seem to hold down a job.
Well,
Hmm.
I think we've gathered about what we can. We can maybe regroup, but how would the 4 of you feel if we were to come to you with a well-paying job? Would you be interested in working with us? We may not be able to hire all 4 of you. We have to discuss and talk to our employers, but would you be open?
Make a persuasion.
Very persuasive.
If I help, can he? Oh, 17? Okay, that's pretty good.
I mean, it depends on the job, but I don't see why not. Could always use some more work. Have to be careful. Can't let people know who we are.
Terrific.
Yes, don't worry. Your secret is safe with us, and we are not judgmental people. We are lovers of all kinds and creeds, dead or living. We will be with you till the end.
Yes, dead or living.
Yes.
Mostly living, though. It's not like we love a lot. We meet a lot of dead people. Like, I mean, who does, right?
Yeah. By the way, Bonnie, thank you for all of your help last night. The paladins came just in the nick of time. So, thank you for that. Very kind.
Trino seems to have
Jojo?
lost interest. He starts talking to Lavani a bit behind the scenes, kind of whispering to him quietly. Bretta's still trying to hold your elbow. He's sitting and saying, "How about that drink, little pretty boy?"
Maybe you want to buy her that drink?
Well, I seem to be getting clearance from my higher officers. Yes. Done and to Mademoiselle, what is it that you fancy?
Oh, just give me a mead.
Oh, 2 meads, please. Dunnan.
Oh wait, would you have gotten something better? How about a red wine?
Oh, no, I'd never touch the stuff. Mead is fine. That being good, I'm quite curious. Greta, if I may ask you a question, is intimacy different for doppelgangers? Do you ever take on different forms, or is it just sort of the same?
That's so personal.
Hey, let him work his magic.
I'm just curious, it's very fascinating for me. It's a great honor to be speaking with someone so different.
A quick search turns up nothing except porn on the internet. Damn it.
Ah,
Well,
Should have
I'll double
guessed
check
that.
on that.
yes, I'm
yes,
kind of
sugar.
curious now as well.
I can do anything you want.
Well, that is very good to know. Do you know, Greta, we would love to continue this conversation further. I think we have to go see about a dragon. Don't we?
Yes, we have to see about a dragon, absolutely. So,
I guess.
Well, that's too
or
bad.
should we go talk to the Harpers first, or can that can wait? I think we can probably give a report after we, go on a little. We need a little bit of a
I don't think
dragon.
we have enough.
Bonnie comes
I
back
don't know if
with,
we have enough.
with 2 meads. Sorry, Bonnie comes back with 2 meads and hands one to Bretta, and starts to hand one to you, Fitz. And Bretta grabs the other and says, "Oh, sugar, they gotta go," and sits down with both of them.
Yes.
Right,
Well, enjoy. That was exactly what I intended. Make sure you share with your friends, Greta. Shall we head off, or does anyone else have anything else they want to do here?
I think we can head off and discuss. Because I assume the other people are not in earshot yet, and we can talk discreetly about. And I would just like to say that I don't think we got anything that would make us distrust anyone, except I got a little bit of a vibe from Tran, the one with the 7 o'clock shadow, that he seemed perhaps a bit eager, possibly trustworthy, but a little bit more like familiar with the underworld activity, whereas I found
He also
Lavani.
said that he's a gambler.
Yeah, and I liked that the poet was not interested in doing it, which means he's very straightforward and doesn't have an ulterior motive. Which means I would advise that they offer him more money to get him involved, because he just clearly didn't seem to have an ulterior motive as far as I could tell.
I'm just going to say that for once, when we tell Fitz, yes, go have a drink, go flirt, for possibly information gathering, he's like, I guess we have to go.
She was coming on a little bit strong, Alpha. Look, I'm a hunter, so... the
Since
chase
when?
thing.
You don't like to be
What?
the prey. You don't want to be the prey. I understand.
That was a water buffalo lying in the road in front of you,
You're
begging to be shot.
never going to get anywhere. Just so you know.
You also hear Greyhide and Alpha would pick up on this. You hear just Tran whispering to Lavani. He's going on. Oh yeah, let me tell you. I was at this gambling hall at the docks. Up comes this dark elf wearing these fancy clothes and buys right in like he belongs. Had his fancy amulet shaped like a pair of dice. Ooh-wee. I know when not to steal. And that guy you don't steal from. After a moment, he notices that you were hearing for a second, like on the side, and says, "Not that I'd steal anything."
No, certainly not.
Right.
Can I roll to see if I would hear that? Because I think
Yeah, you can roll to see if you would hear.
would really interest Fitz.
I mean, we'll probably just tell Fitz, but
Yes.
yes.
All right, we'll assume that they tell you what they
or you
heard.
could just
when
tell
they're-
me.
Yes. But, like,
What he said.
Fitz, let's get out of here. And then
Wait a moment. I'm going to go lean down to Tran, and I'm going to say, Tran, I couldn't help overhearing. So you played dice with Jarlaxle, the pirate, did you? How did he seem? How was he?
I don't know anything about Jarlaxle. What? I don't even know who that is.
Oh, never mind. Do you have any gambling tips for us? I fancy a roll myself every now and then.
Roll persuasion.
real smooth.
I mean, it's not a secret that he's...
Just so you would know, you've been in the city for a bit. You had never heard of Jarlaxle either before you met him.
That's true, I suppose. He's probably going under a dozen assumed names. I've got a 12 for the gambling tips. Where does one go? Is there any good spots?
Yeah, any tavern in the docks probably
Maybe.
good.
I kind of nudge Fitz. Maybe you can go play a game with him and be able to find out more about him.
I'm going to roll performance as Fitz attempts to take out a coin, a single gold coin, flick it with his thumb to toss it in the air as if he doesn't care about money, catch it and put it back in his pocket and say, well, perhaps I can come out with you sometime, Tran. When are you going next?
21's pretty good.
It's very
He
smooth.
says,
Very
he sees the
eye-catching.
coin go up. He obvious attention to the coin, and says, "Yeah, how about you buy in for me next time we go, and I'll take you with me."
But perhaps just a light starting bet. I just want to get my feet a little wet. I don't want to jump in right away, but perhaps.
Hey, count me in. I'd love to play cards. I used to play all types of cards back in the academy. Me and Ralph. Oh, we used to clean up.
Like
Count me
crazy
in. I'll
eggs.
chip in for some gold too.
All right.
Well, sometime we've got to go. Dragon hunting and stuff. But
He says, "Yeah, all right.
yeah, that sounds great.
I guess I'll tell you where we live." Looks at Bonnie. They seem to look to Bonnie as kind of like the stable voice there. And she says, "Yeah, all right. I guess they're trustworthy enough." And he'll explain to you where they live that he'll often be at, which is it's right between the docks ward and the north ward. Sorry, right between the docks ward and the trade ward on the border. It's like
Splendid.
It's right where houses aren't too terrible.
Interesting.
Perfect.
Slightly less vagrants there.
No.
Right.
I will thank him for the invitation, and then I will stare at Greta, keeping Enigma in my peripheral vision as I say, we will most certainly make sure to pop by at some point.
What a tease.
Oh, Bretta.
Thank you again,
says,
Bonnie. Sorry.
Bretta says, "Oh, and you'll bring me gifts, won't you?"
We'll see what happens.
Oh, well. Anything's good for me. And then, what were you going to say, Graham?
Oh, I was gonna just say thank you to Bonnie, and we'll be thank you so much for helping us out, Bonnie, and introducing us, and we'll be back. We'll see you soon.
We'll go talk to our employers.
Before we go, can I attempt to rob Bonnie?
Oh, sure. How are you going to go about it? Like, you can always roll for it, but how are you planning to go about it? Just kind of get close and bump into her or something like that? Or
I'm actually going to embrace
nice
her. I'm
one.
going to say thank you so much for having us, Bonnie.
Okay.
I'm going to give her a big embrace, and I'm going to slip my hand in her pocket.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Roll a
Okay.
sleight of hand.
We're not going to notice this probably because
Do any of us
But
see it?
You can roll a... no one saw that. You saw that she went and hugged Bonnie. You can make whatever you want from that. But no one saw
I'm
it.
kind of on edge because I still don't know if she's gonna bite her or not. So
You can-
my,
Yes.
my
that's
hand
true.
goes to
She
my
goes
knife.
in for the she goes in for the embrace, and we all sort of go.
I don't know why you guys are freaking out. I'm not a vampire.
If
Is
you
it my
want,
hair? I can't see my reflection if you guys are looking at my hair. God damn.
the
Yes.
alpha can choose to, if you want, any perception thing that has to do with Enigma, you have advantage on, but you have disadvantage on any perception thing that's not Enigma. Is how that would work if you want to do that.
Yep.
Okay, then roll perception with advantage. So it's going to be very hard to get that high.
Oof. Good thing I have advantage. Nope.
Yeah, she went in for the hug. You didn't see her take anything. Didn't bite.
But I'm still suspicious that she might bite, so my hand is on my dagger, on my short sword.
You
So
go in
basically,
and
Enigma successfully robbed a minimum wage earning barmaid, and
Yes.
none of us saw it. So
you have a choice. She has a coin purse, and she has what seems to be a pocket on her outfit.
I'm gonna go for the coin purse.
All right, you stealthily take away a lot of coins. You can't really look at it while you're there.
So bad.
Rob from the
Enigma
poor.
be Enigma. That's who she is. This is who
How
Enigma
did you
is.
keep defending
Undead.
her?
sketchy thief. but
Grey's
we love
been
her.
on some kind of glamour this whole time. I think she's been a vampire this whole time.
I'm not a
Glamour,
vampire.
is that the word
There's
for it?
no other
Glamour?
explanation.
That's the
Not a
word,
vampire.
glamour.
That's the word.
Well, Greyhide's feeling very defensive about that.
Oh,
I personally,
hey,
I
settle down.
was a bit worried, but then I saw Enigma hug Bonnie, and I saw Enigma not bite her, and for me, that's a win, you know? I think that's lovely. Oh, look,
we
she's
lost.
hugging people, Alpha. Greyhide, are you going to come with us, or are you just gonna...
I think we should
Stand
go claim our before we move on to the dragon. If that's what we're gonna do, we should go claim our rewards with our employer and tell them about the doppelgangers.
Well, I mean, we still have to go play dice with them. I don't think we're ready to give a report quite yet. Do you think? I mean, you seem so excited. Think of all the things you can learn about the big city, Alpha, by going and playing dice. It'll be fun. You can drink, we can keep an eye out for unsavory characters. It's a great place for information.
Greyhide went to the washroom.
Roll, Fitz
He's an acting weird.
and Alpha, roll a straight intelligence check. This is a memory
Yes?
roll. Yeah.
Intelligence. If I was more intelligent, maybe I could find where... Ah, there it is.
11.
I've got an
I
11.
think.
I've got a 10.
Greyhide can roll an intelligence check too, just as a memory check to see if you recognize something what he heard.
Intelligence check. All
Yeah,
right.
you just click the bonus on your intelligence. Yeah. And
Did I roll? Well, sorry.
it's
Did it
taking
roll?
forever. Maybe. Oh, yes, you did. You
Okay,
rolled
just took
4.
a second.
Uh,
Yeah, my
you
whole
might-
computer went kaboom for a second. I don't know what's going on, but I'm back.
Oh,
you seem to be fine.
glad you're back.
Yeah, so you leave. The other 3 eventually head out as well. They seemingly back towards where they probably told you they live. They headed that direction. Bonnie goes into the back room and seems to be doing some stuff.
Sure, get ready for work. Do we remember the thing that we all rolled to see if we remember? Just none of us. We're
No.
all idiots.
No,
No.
none of you did.
Nobody.
No.
Ah, very good.
Well, it wouldn't be that hard. I would say Alpha might. It's only she did roll 11. You would recognize that you've actually the necklace that the guy said that the dark elf had a necklace. You think you've seen that necklace somewhere. It's just like on the edge of your memory, but you can't quite pick out where. But you've
An amulet
heard
of
that.
dice.
yeah, the little necklace with 2 dice hanging from it.
You know, that did sound familiar.
Yeah, I know.
Just
Something
go
Lando
watch all
Calrissian
100
would wear,
hours
yeah.
of our previous episodes, and you can find out.
Yeah.
Right. I'm
I'll get right
curious.
on that.
Curious.
All right, guys, let's get out of here.
Well, let's go to the docks. I fancy a little bit of a swim.
And also,
Hey,
my axe is getting thirsty. It's been a long time, like maybe 12 hours, since my axe plunged into the flesh of an enemy.
Greyhide,
Yes.
are you okay?
I'm a little on edge, but I'm overall fine. I'm hydrated and fed.
No, you got a
and
little weird in
rested.
there.
If you
Oh,
stand on your
yeah. When I did the divine sense, I had a bit of a deja vu flashback of some sort of carnal rendezvous experimentation in my academy days, and it just was sort of an unpleasant memory.
Insight for bullshit?
Yeah, sure.
So I'm sorry, you're saying that paladins in the paladin college have
Wow.
carnal experience
Wow.
Roll a,
that include divine smite, divine sense.
roll a deception check.
Yes, that's what I'm saying, Fitz.
Greyhide can roll a deception check. You have to beat a 6.
Well,
There's some. Hang on a second.
I think I'm too distracted with keeping my eye on
Deception.
Enigma.
Okay, there we go.
Roll
Slow.
bullshit is correct.
It was
Seven?
bad bullshit. It was very bad bullshit. So let's
Uh-oh.
see.
Amalia's dying.
I rolled a
You know-
7 for deception.
I'm going to join this rolling for investigation party here. Ha! I
You mean
rolled an
insight?
8. I rolled an 8. I look at Greyhide. I notice that he did his little eyes glazing over thing that happens when he's using magic, and then just stared at Enigma like this the rest of the meeting. And I go, sure, okay. I'm sure that's what you did in college, Greyhide.
That is my
Sure.
erotic face. When I am in the throes of passion, all expression leaves my face, and it was a very vivid memory.
I didn't want to know that, but that's good. Alright, I can picture it now.
Yes.
Very, very...
Yes. Paladin
Visually.
School, the academy was wild, I must say.
I bet.
All genders of paladin, very many different races and classes, and it was paladin-esque, yeah.
Yes, yeah, I've always associated paladins with staunch morals and
Look at that leather armor. though.
extremely...
Well, some of us take the oath of chastity, but the rest of us aren't really prudes about that sort of thing. You know what I mean? It was
So,
college, right?
I'm looking for a coach through all this. Left that
Can we say that-
conversation.
Archangel,
that
my
this
friend,
conversation...
Gabe, just used 100 bits. Cheered 100 bits. Yay, Gabe!
Woohoo! Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Have you seen?
Can we say that
Catholics?
this conversation about Greyhide's past
Yeah.
happened
I normally
in the
reserve
coat.
these for Angelo, but Archangel can have one.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Archangel.
So
Archangel.
yeah, you get a coach and you head out towards the dock ward to the docks. What are you gonna do there? Just as a reminder, Vajra said a young bronze dragon has taken up residence in the Deepwater Harbor. It startled a few sailors recently, but hasn't hurt anyone. Confront the dragon and learn its intentions. And she gave you, I think, like 7. Maybe I think she gave you 6 potions of water breathing.
Well, why don't we ask some of these sailors? I mean, I don't want to swim around for hours and hours in this dirty harbor just trying to find the dragon. Why don't we ask around first? Yes.
I think that's a
Perception-
great idea, Fitz.
You can do an investigation if you want.
I think
Just-
I can summon an animal of sea.
Hmm
Can you really?
Yes.
Oh, that's neat. That's neat.
Hold
Is
on.
it like a fish or something? Fitz rolls a 3 for investigation, so he just I believe I just sort of wander around the harbor, looking around and going, "Oh look, I see a boat. That's so cool."
I'm going to roll for investigation too, even though I'm
Alright.
not particularly good at it. I want to be helpful, so I'll try.
What does Fitz look like right now? Human or dark elf?
You know, now that the people who want to kill him have stopped trying to kill him, being the Brigandy Dirch, he's just walking around as a dark elf, as a
Okay.
half drow. He's all. But
Yeah.
that being said, probably the reason Fitz is having such trouble investigating is because he's looking around and just wondering where the Brigandy Dirch are stationed and where our poor friend is in a shark tank and struggling with all of these thoughts.
Yeah, you keep asking around. You're having trouble finding people. The ones you do don't seem very responsive. I think Amalia had an idea, and I think Enigma could do an investigation unless you have another idea. Oh, still getting
So
over
we're
the
going
cough.
to summon a fish.
Sorry. She's trying, but she has the cough still. Something went down the wrong pipe.
Aw.
Oh, that's the worst.
I
Yeah.
know.
Alpha, you're all right. I tap her back. Alpha, Alpha, are you alright?
Give her a moment. No, take your time. We don't want to.
Enigma, if you wanted to, you could also ask around and
Okay.
look. You do look a little uncomfortable with you have this cloak over you covering all parts. Whenever your hand touches the sun, you feel a little sizzle. You do notice that you take a little damage, but then after you put the cloak back on, it stops. When you went inside the yawning portal for a while, it actually healed.
Okay, cool.
Oh wow.
But it's
did I
definitely...
count? Did I count how much gold's in this coin purse?
Oh yes, you look and there was 11 gold pieces in it.
Okay, not bad.
Not the richest.
Barmaid won't be able to pay her rent now, but that's all right.
Yes, that's morally reprehensible, you know?
But we don't know any of this happened. This is all for Enigma to enjoy. So we still think she's trustworthy.
But I can still try to scam somebody into buying that shitty little coin purse, right?
I suppose.
Okay, cool.
You can also try to investigate to see if they can find anything about the dragon. If you want, you'll do it at disadvantage though, because you're having trouble concentrating. You're out in the sun, and you have to keep cloaked the whole time you talk to people.
Awesome.
Okay.
You might find that a little bit intimidating.
Welcome back, Fig.
I mean, yes. Are you all right, Alpha? Are you feeling well?
Something in that at the portal. Really dusty.
Right. Sorry to hear that.
So.
Well, no one knows where the dragon is.
Right. So we are. Is there water nearby?
Yeah, the ocean's next to you.
Okay, so I summon a seahorse.
That's so precious.
What do you do to summon it?
He's my animal of. Just my thought. He's my animal of land, of sea.
Oh, okay.
Can Patty turn into a?
I think that takes 8 hours to change, so we'll say that you planning to go see the dragon, you could have done it.
Oh, I thought that once I did my long rest, then I could summon a new one. Sorry, my bad.
That's base. I think you decide to be in, but we'll look. But either way, we'll say you've prepared for it at the very least. So.
Okay.
Yes, you've been walking around with a little cup of water with Patty inside of it. Hello, Patty.
I will say, you summon a seahorse. It's like this big.
Yeah.
Seahorse. It's a huge seahorse.
It's a big seahorse. Yeah, because I can ride it.
Really?
Maybe.
I don't know if it's that big.
But I send it. I asked it to.
Okay.
Kind of do around the dock and see if it can notice any traces of any bronze dragons or.
That's actually going to take a while, but you can absolutely do that.
Yeah. So I send him off. We're gonna do our own thing, but he can go do that.
It can roll a persuasion. A perception or investigation with advantage, being underwater. But it will take a while to come back.
Perception, or you said what?
Actually, we'll do it when it comes back, because otherwise you might change what you do.
To see what he does. Okay, fine, fair.
Do we see anyone in the docks that seems to be of a different race than ordinarily? Like maybe
human is the most common.
Is there anyone that's an aberration? Or
I feel like I was coughing in a coughing fit, and I missed.
I wasn't coughing.
I missed the recap on what we were looking for.
Oh, they said
that Vajra.
A young bronze dragon has taken up residence in Deepwater Harbor. It startled a few sailors recently, but hasn't hurt anyone. Confront the dragon and learn its intentions.
Okay, so I think we should go talk to some sailors.
Talk to some sailors, because they'd still be talking about it.
That's what the investigation was talking to sailors. The Alpha could still try, and Enigma could still try if you want. Roll an investigation, talking to sailors. But again, Enigma has to roll twice and take the less of the two.
So do I see particular sailors around? Is there a boat near the water? Or
there's enough sailors around. in the general area, there's always someone working. You can always walk up to a few people. You don't have to pick one in particular.
Okay.
But yeah, you think you might have a good lead, but you can't really follow up on it. You just feel so annoyed by the sun right now.
Okay, I rolled an 18. I feel like I noticed. I don't know, someone.
Yeah. You hear, you see Enigma talking to someone, and that she seems to be getting somewhere with someone, and you're paying close attention because it's Enigma. And then eventually, Enigma, they don't like that Enigma's shadowed in a cloak and doesn't feel like talking about it to Enigma anymore. I don't know why I have so much trouble with that name. And eventually, Enigma gives up and walks off, but you follow up on it.
Okay.
And the sailor says,
Hey.
It's this halfling. He seems to be a guy who just loads boats. And he says, "Yeah, I seen something out there. Well, not me, but I heard some see some stuff out there up on the bird's nest." Whew, that was a rough one. The guy in the bird's nest
of the boat thing, yeah.
Yeah, he said that he saw some like bronze color, a little whip out of the water and go back in.
Sounds
Just
playful.
scaring people or doing? What did you hear? Like, what is?
Well, it certainly scared me when he said it. He seemed kind of scared too.
Has
Yeah,
anyone been hurt?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Who do you think I could talk to for a little more detailed information? I'd like to help them.
He'll eventually lead you some more, and after some investigating, you'll find out that, they tell you where in the water. It's actually a good, if you're in like a rowboat, a good 20 minutes just going straight out into the ocean and off the docks a little bit. There's a bit of a cliff there. They tell you where they saw it, but they don't really have any much more information other than just where they saw it.
So do we need to rent a little boat and get out there? Is that the next
that would
step?
probably be
I asked the
faster.
guy who I'm talking to. What's your name? Sorry.
Oh, my name, they call me, my name is Telfi.
Telfi, is there? We'd like to help people around here with this. I'm a little bit short on a boat. Do you know if there's one we could borrow? Can I roll a persuasion for?
Oh yeah.
See if you'll.
I'm a little
lend
bit
us a
short
boat?
on a boat, but I'm very tall on land.
24.
Wow. He says,
Whoa.
well, the boss not around. I tell you what, you give me 10 gold and I'll let you take the rowboat on the side of the ship up there. And he points to the side of the ship and you can see it's like a little rowboat that they use to go onto land if they're on a shore.
Engage bartering alpha.
Telfi, I'll tell you what. I'm a bit short on coin, but I'm pretty useful, pretty resourceful. So maybe I could owe you a favor.
Owe me a favor.
Looks like you're someone who might need help with some stuff.
What are you saying to him?
Are you hitting on me?
No, but
I mean, I wouldn't mind if you are.
Ooh, drive that angle, Alpha. Drive it. Drive it.
Yeah.
would you?
You want to go
I
to
don't
the
know.
Drowned Maiden after I get off?
Are you asking me out in exchange for your boat?
You said a favor.
Maybe we should
Oh.
just
Oh,
pay the
okay.
10 gold.
Once we're done this quest
Yes,
with
after
this
the
dragon, I'll come find you.
This could be the first mission for the Doppelgangers.
Yeah. Instead of doppelganger looking like you. Yeah.
Do you know, I bet
Um,
Greta would love that job.
Yes, but what do you say? I think this is urgent, and we're trying to
Yeah.
keep people safe. But once we're done, I'll bring back your boat, and I'll come find you.
Yeah. All right, get ready.
Whoa.
Here, follow me.
Where?
And he'll take you up onto the deck of his ship, and he'll untie the boat and send it. Or first he'll ask you, "Hey, get in it."
Meanwhile, at Troll Skull Manor, For unexplained reasons, Angelo faints. Oh! I don't know why.
Don't worry, Angelo. Don't worry.
It's just a fainting spell.
You
I'm sure
sensed
he's
it.
It's like you two are
And
psychic.
I felt his faint, and it hurts a little bit.
Oh. Alpha, are you alright? What's happening?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I know why I've been coughing now so much.
Come on, Enigma. Sometimes
Um,
feelings are painful, you know.
Thanks to Raro Dallas for following, or Raro Dallas?
Geraldo.
Thank you all.
Whichever
Geraldo?
person.
So,
Geraldo.
can I do a little knowledge check on what Greyhide would know about bronze dragons?
Yep.
Are they intelligent? Do they talk? Do they have an alignment? Are they going? Would they be able to destroy us, or can they be reasoned with? Like that's Mark asking. But what would Greyhide generally know?
That would definitely be a nature check to see how much Greyhide would know. You don't have any particular reason to know, so it's just going to be a straight nature check to see how
They
much.
don't cover
Greyhide
dragons
would
in
know.
Paladin school?
Would Alpha know something with like her previous adventures?
Well, I rolled a
and things,
17.
Not particular
Not
dragons,
really.
but you can roll as well knowledge.
or knowledge nature?
Yeah.
Fitz is not going to try. He's more of a silks and satins kind of a person.
16.
Not really dragons.
You both always roll around the same, but
Yeah.
you both know that dragons come in all different shapes and sizes. If it was a very young dragon, you could probably take it. You know that there's two. It's high enough to know that there's two types of dragons. There's chromatic and metallic. Usually, the chromatic are the lesser of the savory type dragons. The metallic are usually decent. They range, but they're usually not just blatantly evil. You would also know that all dragons are sentient. They can all talk. Many know common. They definitely know draconic.
All right.
You know that some dragons are smarter than the others, but you don't really know which ones are with that roll. Which ones are smart versus dumb.
Well, Alpha, and I'm going to lean in because I
Do we
don't know
know
if...
Sorry, I have just one question. Do we know if they favor any kind of like when you approach one? If they would we know anything about dragon interaction?
Like dragon etiquette.
Yeah.
It depends on the dragon. So chromatic dragons are general. Well, chromatic dragons don't really matter here because this is obviously a metallic dragon. Metallic dragons have different standards, and it really depends on the type. You're not really sure exactly. With a 17, I would say Greyhide just knows a bit that they generally like gems. They in fact eat gems. They that type of jewelry and stuff like that. Even gold and gold coins and stuff they like.
I would say it being sentient, we approach this dragon as if we're approaching a person we don't know, or any individual we don't know. We don't go in aggressively, but we are certainly going to be careful. Is what I would say, because maybe we're just going to investigate. Maybe this dragon can help us, or maybe it's
Sure.
But maybe we should have some kind of gold or something ready to offer.
I'm going to throw 9 copper at it right away as soon as I see it. If it's a bronze dragon, I might like copper. So.
Everybody can give 9 copper to.
The only jewelry I have is very, very sentimental. I don't know if I can part with anything.
Okay. I go back to the group. And
Coins.
guys, I have found us a boat, and I tell them about my conversation just with my friend. I leave out the part right now about the date. But
Okay.
yeah.
So you all follow Telfi. Sorry. I couldn't read my own writing. You all follow Telfi up into the boat, and he gets you to get on the rowboat and lowers it down into the water. You have to row yourself You can head that way unless you're gonna do something else before.
When we have to row ourselves, I just look at the other members of my party, and my seahorse is still out searching.
Well, I can take.
Yeah.
I can row for 2, I'm sure. So I don't know if.
Oh.
I mean, if you know, you don't wanna...
No, please, by all means. If you get tired with your big, strong, manly muscles, let me know, and I'll do a stint.
Do you want to
No, I think
roll
you
a
can-
strength roll?
A stint.
It doesn't really matter because you can get there either way, but you can roll it if you want.
So, what about a nice round of row your boat, but in you know how we stagger it out?
Okay.
Shall we do that? I'll roll.
So it goes.
So
it
we
goes
don't actually
Mark.
have to actually do it.
Or I mean, Greyhide, Fig, Fitz, and then Enigma can end it.
Yes.
Oh boy.
All right, you ready?
No, we don't actually have to do it.
Damn
The song is not a particularly wonderful song. So. Okay.
We're
So
not
what-
doing it?
That was gonna be prime content.
Row,
I was so
row.
excited.
You
Are we
wrote
doing a
out,
round?
generally where they gave you directions where it is. You head out south past the docks where all the docks are. You start seeing some cliff faces. You see some rocks that could potentially be dangerous, but not to a small boat like this. You eventually get
I love
there.
cliffs and rocks.
Maybe a handful. Like I have gold. Would I happen to have 10 silver, which is basically the equivalent
Yeah,
of
sure.
1 gold? So I'll grab 10 silver, and should I just toss it in the water then, and see if we can get some attention, catch ourselves a metallic dragon?
Well, go ahead and roll
Hey, Hyde, we've got this.
an for Fig. Roll an investigation or perception at advantage for your pet,
Oh yeah, the pet.
which would be
Sorry, you want me to roll what for my pet?
investigation or perception. You can pick which one. It depends if their wisdom or their intelligence
Okay.
is higher. Probably wisdom. You probably want perception.
Perception 19.
You can roll with advantage because they're actually underwater creature and stuff.
Ah!
Oh wow. 25.
Okay. When you're about to throw these coins into the water, Greyhide's about to throw these coins into the water, your seahorse breaks the top of the water, and it makes a seahorse noise.
That's something like that.
I guess that's what a seahorse makes. It goes.
Bruja, bruja.
Love it.
Beautiful.
This is what it looks like now.
What was that?
That is not my seahorse.
That was a horse.
Oh no!
What a
there we
fraud.
go.
That is a fraud.
That is a prime.
Nay,
That is
I'm a seahorse.
seahorse.
Here, have some ivermectin. Here you go.
I saw the dragon down below. I can show you the way.
Whoa! So we saw the dragon.
Here's the direction.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Great.
They usually can't talk, but with a natural 20, for some reason, it's just
Greyhide,
talking its
save
head
the,
off.
keep the gold in your hand.
Well.
How long do we know how long the underwater breathing apparatus lasts?
An hour.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
glad you thought of that. I forgot all we had those.
I think I held on to them in my backpack.
Yes. So we're all gonna get some, but Enigma doesn't
Well,
need
bottoms
to
up,
breathe
I
because
say.
she's. Yeah, give one to Enigma too.
Oh great, I get to waste one?
Well, it wouldn't be a waste. It's not like she's.
I mean,
Enigma, how about we test this? How about you put your head underwater
are
and see if you can
vampires
breathe?
able to? Can they be immersed in water?
Would we know this knowledge-wise?
I mean, we're about to find out.
Do you want to try? Does Enigma want to try?
I mean, I guess. I will.
Yeah, you
Jump in the water.
You put your head underwater. Nah, you don't need to.
I don't need to?
Nope.
Okay.
She doesn't need to what? Sorry.
I don't
Well,
want to
you
get my
really
hair
don't need to
wet.
breathe.
Need to breathe.
She doesn't
Oh.
need to breathe.
Oh.
She can, yeah.
Right.
I don't need
She's
to breathe.
dead.
Gosh,
Great.
I can't.
That's
imagine.
kind of cool,
So-
Enigma.
Well,
I
I mean, she can go underwater all the time. That's
don't really have
useful.
time to talk about this, so I get my pack, I hand a potion to Fitz, a potion to Greyhide, and I take one.
While keeping the armor on, I remove some other garments and leave them in the boat, and I just have a really tight little Speedo type thing underneath the armor for
I can leave.
Yeah, just so that I can swim more agile and nimbly. I
So
don't know
you're
if it
taking off
changed my
your plate mail?
dexterity, but I look terrific. I'm very svelte. So.
You're taking off your plate mail, though, right?
Yes, then I put it back on. But so
Oh, you
it's
put the
just
plate mail back on. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, then it's plate
Greyhound,
mail,
it-
Speedo. That's it.
if you put the plate mail back on, I think it'll be very hard for you to get back into the boat.
You're pretty sure you'll sink like a rock.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I just get into the Speedo then.
All right.
Speedo only.
Fitz will also remove everything except a very satiny pair of silk under trousers. And a little
Oh, we all feel the need to explain what we look like in Speedos.
Okay, now, ladies.
a little
No, it helps us
satin
visualize.
undershirt.
Now, ladies, describe what you're wearing.
You don't have.
Alpha only takes off the leather part, but everything else stays on.
Okay,
It's sunny outside. I'm wearing my robe.
Suit yourself.
makes sense. So, okay, but yeah. it's
But
where
I
the
do
expedition
leave
is
my
here,
I
Fitz.
keep my I
Two
bring some
fully clothed
coins,
females.
and since we're going underwater, I leave my bow, I guess, on the boat because our weapons might be heavy.
Okay.
But I'll bring
my rapier.
I'm going
but-
to.
I'll bring
I will
my,
attach this. However, I'll keep Azure's Edge.
I'll bring my short swords and some coins, like some
Okay.
gold.
Enigma, you've never looked better. Oh, it stopped.
I don't
I
know.
Stop looking better.
Yeah, you stop looking better.
Okay, and Fitz goes into his satins. I mean, his silks.
I go into my satins. I keep my satin undershirt on because Fitz is very self-conscious about his back, so nobody sees that.
Oh,
Okay.
Sure.
Can I still wear my boots of Elvenkind under the water?
Yeah.
Okay. So, all right. Yes, my armor class has changed a little bit, but that's the way it is. Yes.
Yeah, any metal armor will basically make you start sinking.
Okay.
But like our weapons, like bows and stuff, like it'll be useless underwater, I would imagine.
So
I'll throw it
your
in that.
bow would be able to shoot a very there's technical rules in D&D for how far your bow can shoot, and it makes no sense in reality. But so you actually can shoot underwater. It's at disadvantage, and you can only go up to the short range of it because you know there's two ranges on your bow. You can only go up to the short range. And you have disadvantage.
I'll tuck
Which makes
Azure
no
Edge into
sense,
my
'cause an arrow
Speedo
would
so
go
I
like
can
this
swim.
far underwater, but whatever.
Right, really not far. Which is, I might as well just have my short sword,
Yeah.
I guess. Okay.
Reasonable.
Rules as written, you can actually take your bow down there. It would just be hard to hit anything with because
Right.
you get disadvantage on all hits on all times.
Okay.
So into the
You guys
water.
ready to go?
Headlong into salt water.
convoy.
I assume you drink the potions
Sploosh
before.
convoy.
Yes,
Yes.
we do. Yes.
Yeah, you look at the potion. It's this swirly, misty water. You open it up. It smells like the sea, and you see a little. It looks like a air bubble in it that's moving around like a jellyfish. But you down it, and you start to feel a little strange as you feel some changes go on around your neck,
Uh-oh.
and you hop in, and you can breathe underwater. It's a really weird experience at first.
Do I look like this?
Yeah.
Guys, this is so cool.
Yes, and you
We-
sound a
we
little bit
talk to
distorted.
I look like
This is
Jason
what
Momoa
cool
in
is.
Aquaman. That's what I'm going to say I look like.
There's no gills.
Wow.
Snap.
I'm just looking at the ocean floor, and it's
Uh,
really neat.
Enigma, you take a little bit of damage going into the water because the sun rays come down, your cloak's kind of going in all directions. But after you get it low enough, it doesn't really affect you. You notice underwater, you don't regenerate at all.
Weird.
Oh. Okay.
All in
we
all,
swim-
it still feels uncomfortable in the water, but for a bit different reason. But
So holding on to
you're
my
not taking
seahorse
Mm-hmm.
and hoping he can lead us to.
Yep, he'll lead you on. After a while, Alpha and I think just Alpha in this case, you will notice off in the distance this pack of larger fish are heading your way.
Ooh,
Kind of hungry.
fish! Oh, they're so cool!
As they get closer, you notice they have an undermouth with teeth and a fin on the back.
Very nice.
Oh, do I roll I'm going to roll knowledge of nature to see if he's ever eaten them in the hall of some lordling.
You do know that these are sharks heading your way.
Oh.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
great.
Friendly sharks,
they're
like baby
bronze-
shark, mommy shark, daddy shark.
Baby shark. Do-do-do-do-do.
Soon to be vampire shark. Do 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 do.
Enigma just bite them.
That's a lot to sink your teeth into.
It's Shark Week, guys.
What's the plan? What are you guys gonna do? Are you gonna wait for them to get to you?
We're gonna have to roll for initiative, aren't
You guys are on.
we? Okay, let me see what I got in thaumaturgy. Maybe I can do something to make them. Do I have a destroy shark spell in my? No, I don't.
Like Batman, you carry a belt with shark repellent.
Batman does that, does he? I'm not
There's
surprised.
nowhere to really
Hold on.
be stealthy or
It
hide.
doesn't mean that sharks will attack us unless we're bleeding. Is that true in the D&D
Yeah.
world too?
You can roll knowledge nature.
Okay. 23.
Not only is that true, that's generally true. You do know that if they're especially hungry, they might go for something else. But
Well, it's a good thing nobody cut their finger open earlier today. You know, and has a gaping
You see a little
boo-boo
red
on their
wound.
fingers.
A little stream of red.
Oh, that.
And it's not like
Okay.
anyone was
That-
bit by a vampire
Ooh,
recently.
yes.
Like Fig. Both of
Sorry.
us.
I'm just gonna. I mean, we were all
No.
bit by vampires earlier.
Yeah, you also have a
I say we
wound on your
play
neck,
it
but it's
cool.
not
Maybe
open.
they'll go right by us.
Yeah, I agree with Greyhide. That's just
Because we can't approach them. We can't attack them. We can't trick them. Just be cool. Don't maybe hold still.
2 people, if you want, can use a skill that no one ever uses. 2 people can roll animal handling if you want.
Ooh.
To try to make yourself not threatening and
I have plus
Not
1
a
animal
target.
handling. I'm sure Alpha's got the most.
Yeah.
I'll roll for that too. I'll handle my animals here.
Oopsie. I went from a natural 20 to a 1.
Well, I rolled
Ironically.
a fucking 19.
Oh, there you go.
Greyhide, Beastmaster.
That's actually me.
Shock man.
Are you sure? I'm the Beastmaster. I'm literally riding a shark right now. No,
I
don't
literally
know.
So wait,
I'm riding a seahorse.
The sharks do come by, and Fitz, you're keeping your our first Greyhide's smart enough to say, Fitz, clamp that down, and you clamp down your finger, the tiny bit of blood that may have been leaking out of there a
Ow.
little bit, and
Yes.
the sharks get closer and closer until eventually you feel the rush as they go right by you.
Okay, onwards.
That was close.
The seahorse takes you further in until eventually you look like you get into the bottom. You can see where the cliff face, actually underwater, where the cliff face starts going upward. You see a ship
That's
down at the
so
bottom.
cool.
You don't recognize the name of it or anything like that, but you see a ship on the bottom of the seabed, on the floor bed, whatever you call the bottom of the sea.
Right. Okay, so we head towards
Next
the
time
ship.
I'm having a
You-
rough day, I'll just remember that those guys had a worse day.
Yes.
You notice in the top of the ship, it seems to have been split as though it just hit some type of massive rock and split halfway into two. One side's still intact, the other side's broken apart.
Oh, maybe
see
there's
a-
treasure down there.
You see a bronze streak fly by underneath the deck, though.
Everybody sees it, right?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious when it happens. You're about
It's the
100 feet away from it.
dragon!
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, you hear the dragon.
I let my seahorse kind of land at the bottom,
Okay.
and I take out a piece of gold out of my purse coin, and
Okay.
I just hold it out and I wait.
You pull back on the horse. and he doesn't move.
I will also hold out a gold piece to sort of copy Alpha's lead because she seems to know what she's doing. Hey, Beastmaster, what are you doing?
They like gems and gold, and we are trying to show them that we come in peace.
Yes. Got it.
Great Hide
All
and
over it.
Enigma, while they're talking, still kind of on the top view since they landed near the bottom. You see the dragon's head, bronze with pretty big eyes and horns that go back, with skin that looks metallic, the color of bronze. It just looks up. Its head pops out of a hole in the deck and looks at you curiously, and then dips back down.
Okay. And if he makes eye contact with me, I just give him a little smile as if to say, I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm harmless, or not that I'm harmless, but I come in peace, basically.
Okay.
All right.
I've
And I'm
never been with a dragon before.
This is unknown territory for me too. I have to admit.
Are they
I
good
don't
at
think that's what Fitz meant, but yeah.
Oh. Well, let me tell you a little bit about my
Right.
paladin school days. Never a dragon, but we'll talk about it later.
You out from the side of the ship, behind the ship where it's gaping and open, you see it fly around the ship, swimming through the water, its arms and legs back like it swims like Naruto running. As it heads towards you and it bobs back and forth, heading straight for Alpha and Fitz, Fig and Fitz.
Hello.
It seems to be making a beeline for you, but then stops about 30 feet away. It kind of comes forward and its back legs fly forward as it stops in the water.
I just keep
Good
looking
call.
down with my hand out, holding the gold piece in my hand.
I give it a little wave.
A little bit nervous.
Oh,
A little bit nervous. It's a dragon, but
The dragon, it seems to be large but not huge. It's about double your height, and from head to tail, it's probably 15 feet or so. So it's not a huge dragon.
No, that's sizable.
baby dragon.
And it says-
baby dragon.
It says, "What are you doing down here? This is my ship."
It can speak.
We
You see its jaw kind of wobbles as it talks, as though Common isn't its native language, but it can still make the sounds of it.
Does anyone here speak Draconic? Because I don't. I speak
I
Dwarven.
don't. I also speak.
Uh,
I believe.
But that just to sort of win its trust. But I mean, we can speak Common to it as well.
We haven't come to take your ship.
We
Is
just
that
wanna
gold
say-
for me?
Of course. I give it to him.
Just one gold? And it kind of swims forward, and with its two big claws, takes the gold.
And I'm like, nudge Fitz. Give him yours.
And with
Yes,
his other
right.
hand, it takes Fitz gold, and just kind of puts them both in his mouth. Swallows.
Yeah, strange place to put it.
So are we near him too? Can I I'll swim over to where the dragon is?
You're a few feet above where this is going on. You can swim up to it. Enigma, you're up there too with gray height, about 20 feet above it.
Well, but Mr. Dragon, basically, some of the sailors near the harbor had noticed some dragon-like activity and asked us to come and say hello to you and, just to investigate and see how things are. Hi.
We just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. We want to say hello from the surface.
They were scared, weren't they?
Oh yes.
They were a little scared.
Give me 50 gold and I won't scare them anymore.
50 gold.
Well, I don't know if we have 50. We might be able to scrape together.
I have an idea. We are a
Could you
number
do it
of
for 20?
adventurers. We're adventurers. If there's something we can do as a favor for you instead of gold, we are very useful. If there's any other way we can help you and come to some arrangement, we would love to work with you.
Let me into the city.
Why do you need to go into the city? I don't know if it would be safe for you there.
Oh, well.
She's very Alpha's very humble, like humbling.
And... he doesn't really recognize your humble attitude. You can tell.
Okay. What do you need?
Oh, I can't get closer to the city.
But why do you need to be in a city?
Fair.
You're a dragon.
Oh, I bet there's good stuff.
Is there any
under
reason
the
why
docks.
you'd want to go to such a terrible place?
Not in
Why is
the
that?
city. Well, I could get into the city, maybe eventually.
But there's something under the docks that you want. You
My
just
pops
said.
could turn into a human. Maybe someday I can too.
Your pops can.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Guys.
But what do you want that's underneath the city? Is there something we can help you get?
He kind of turns and motions to the shipwreck. More of these.
Oh.
Yeah, I find so many things down here.
So he's just a dragon who wants gold and treasure, is my understanding.
And random gifts for no reason. I have a really expensive coin purse I can give you. My grandmother gave it to me.
Coin purse. Let me see.
I'll sell it to you.
How much?
I will sell it to you for 5 gold, but it's worth at least 200. At least.
Roll a deception.
It's time to seduce.
Oh, that's pretty good. Now, it was actually really close. He rolled a natural 20 on detecting if you're deceiving, but that might still be higher than him. Let me check. I didn't think I could look this up.
Wow.
Wow, this is
Wow.
unexpected.
My grandmother gave me this coin purse. It is very expensive.
This is
so grateful.
This is a very unlikely scenario.
He rolled a 24 on his insight.
Wow.
So we got to roll again.
Wow.
No way.
You know, Enigma, we're sort of trying to make friends with the dragon, not hustle him.
I mean,
I am trying to give him a beautiful gift.
No, you're trying to sell him a beautiful gift.
For a mere 5 gold.
He says, I will give you 2 gold for it.
Fine.
Okay, where's the coin purse?
Scam a dragon.
Yes.
Scam a dragon.
He takes the coin purse from you with his little claws. He kind of looks at it. You can hear kind of like as like a gush of water comes out his nose, and just eats it.
So we're good then.
Oh, and he kind of like nudges his mouth and he pulls out 2 gold coins and gives them to you. They seem to be coins from the city.
Probably the ones we just
Can we
gave
ask you a question?
5 gold, and you can ask me whatever you want.
him.
Well, I don't have
2 gold. How about 2 gold?
I just gave you 2
How to
gold.
scam your dragon.
Okay. For 2 gold, I will tell you whatever you want.
All right, fine.
Okay. Have
You
you
give him the 2 gold
heard?
back.
Sorry.
I said, guys, you're welcome.
Yeah, and he takes the 2 gold and puts it back in his mouth.
Have you
Thank you.
ever heard of Never Ember's Gold?
Never Ember Gold.
Or your father perhaps has. Maybe we could speak with him.
Is it
You
something in the city?
We don't know, actually. We're hoping you could tell us more.
I can't get in the city. Neither can Pops.
But you said he can turn into human.
Yeah,
Mm.
but he can't
So
go
where-
into the city. It's weird.
So where does he go as a human?
Let's see. I think he's been in Neverwinter. He's gone into the Neverwinter woods. There's a swamp just south of there, but black dragons are there. He's gone a little more south near Philander.
So, do you think it's something he might know about?
I can ask him. He's kind of far away.
Right, we don't have a lot of time here.
Well, he sounds
okay.
very well traveled.
Right.
I don't think he's going to know anything about that.
What's his name? If we ever should come across him.
Oh, his name. It's Hart.
Oh, that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
The great.
Well, maybe if you speak to him, let us know we're friend, and
Tell him to drop by Troll
That
Skull
we're-
Manor, and we'll
He-
treat him
he
to a
can.
wonderful feast.
Is that in the city?
It is, yes.
It is.
Oh, he can't go into the city.
Oh, I thought he could take human form, but okay.
He can take human form, but he can't go into the city. Something stops him. Every time he tries, he can't move forward into the city.
Yes. Well, how about this, Mr. Dragon? How about if we give you, I think we can probably scrounge together 20 gold between the 4 of us, but we also ask Vajra, the sort of someone very important in the city, if perhaps she can let you take a little shipwreck spelunking tour, just to see what's in there. She might.
Enigma
just
already
for a
gave
day.
him coin purse. He was happy.
No, he hasn't. That was just a
told-
side deal. He didn't agree to leave.
Yeah.
That was
Oh.
He had
was
said
still-
40 gold to not scare people anymore.
I'm suggesting 20, and we ask Vajra if you can take a little day trip into the city to just, check out some shipwrecks.
Who's Vajra?
She's the person who makes decisions about what can come in and out,
That's a lot of information.
She's stopping dragons from getting in the city?
No,
I
she's
don't
just
know.
generally protecting the city from all sorts of things, It's a very high security. It's not just dragons,
So you
It's
can
not
be-
specific. It's not specifically about dragons, but it might be affecting you.
Spelunking, though.
But we
spelunking.
spelunking. Great time.
20 gold spelunking.
I'm
You get to
so
say that you know us.
confused.
we're here to make sure no harm comes to you. But you have been scaring a few people, and we want to make sure you can remain in peace and nobody comes to hurt you. And so that's why we're here.
Who's gonna
Guys,
hurt
I
me?
just want to ask, I'll say, guys, are there any boats in the harbor that we would actually want the dragon to attack or destroy? And maybe we could lead the dragon? I'm just wondering if we have any... I mean, wasn't there one of the boats that is kind of not an ally? Maybe we can lead the dragon to that boat. Just occurring to me, like maybe we can...
attack a boat?
No, Greyhide, the boat that you're talking about has a very dear friend of ours in a shark tank that might die if their boat gets attacked. So let's maybe...
I
Hold
don't
on.
really care.
Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really
I don't
care.
want to attack a boat.
No, he
Okay.
doesn't want
No.
to attack a boat. We're
I'm just wondering if
here to
our,
make
you know-
peace.
Plus, I
No
can't attack if it's close to the docks.
Right. Of course. No attacking. Attacking is fine.
If it was like out a bit, I could attack it, but I don't want to. That's mean.
Oh, I see. So you're just
very
interested
nice,
in the
Dragon.
gold. I understand. So.
What's your name, Dragon?
Oh, my name is Zelifron.
Can we
Zelifron.
call you Zell? Is Zell alright for short?
I prefer Zelifron, but
Zelifron.
Zell's okay.
Zelifron it is.
Zelithron it is. Well, what do you say to that, Zelithron? 20 gold, and we'll ask Vaj. We'll ask around and see if we can get you into the city. No, you know what? That might be
20
hard.
gold, and then once you come back and let me in, I'll stop scaring people.
I already gave him 5 gold, so I'm not paying anything.
Okay.
I lied.
You gave him 2.
I thought you
I
gave
gave him
2
5.
gold.
I gave 5.
Roll a deception with disadvantage, because I think that was just happening.
Awesome. I
Roll
definitely
again.
gave him 5.
You have to roll twice.
Okay.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Fits.
Yeah. What?
You did give him only 2 gold, right?
How about
Yeah,
we
I only
pay
gave
Oh,
him
okay.
and
Was that a
have
13 and a
Vajra
25?
reimburse us?
Sorry?
Yeah. All
Was
right,
that a
sure.
13 and a 25 you rolled?
Oh, no. Sorry. Roll twice deception.
So
Yeah, because
from
it just
before.
happened, and he's very meticulous about his
Okay,
numbers.
17 and 25.
Enigma,
Okay,
this
I guess
is
5. I must have
dangerous.
missed it.
we just want peace to remain. So if we pay you the 40 gold, we can ensure peace.
Yeah, 40 gold.
Okay.
Sure.
Because by resolving this issue, we will get paid from Vajra, guys. So I think it's best to, you know, I'll kick in my 10.
Yes. All right. Pay up, everyone.
Fine.
Zelithron, here is 40 gold, and thank you for being so pleasant to interact with. You know, it was a real pleasure to meet you, and you're such a charming dragon. It's really lovely.
I truly hope our paths cross again, and you know, maybe
And
we can help.
Maybe
help
let
each
your put a good word in with your father, if ever.
Okay. I'll be here if you want to talk again. It gets boring.
I'm going to attack
Totally
the
understand
dragon.
that.
No.
Roll initiative.
There we go. No.
Yes. Bored, are we?
He does seem to have like a young countenance to him. Like he doesn't seem too overly mature.
But he seems like a likable guy. I don't. You know, I want to be his friend. Maybe we can work together
Can
someday.
I use my animal handling to give him a pat?
Yes.
I mean, maybe ask him first.
Cute.
Do you know him well enough?
Yeah.
You
Ask him to join the
you go up towards him to like pat him on his head, and he's just like, no, this isn't right. You know, it's you're human. I'm dragon. No, and he leaves after
See,
taking your gold.
Shot down
You should
by
have
the
been rolling
dragon.
to seduce, Alpha.
I should have rolled to seduce.
Yeah. Well,
Well, no, you got to keep your because
I
you
guess
have
he
to
wasn't
go.
as into you.
You have a date with that guy, that sailor. Once we get back. To
You guys
land,
don't
so-
know about that.
We don't.
Metagaming.
Yeah, we don't know that yet.
Okay.
So we just think Alpha's striking out. Alpha, you're striking out. I'm sorry. We'll have to do something with your hair when we get out of here.
Okay. So I grab onto my horse.
Where do you want to go? Okay.
Alpha's face is moving in the most fascinating ways. I can't. Wow.
Hang on to my horse.
Oh no, I actually found it.
Oh,
Ooh.
there we go.
Wow.
A seahorse. Wow. Okay, this is
The
amazing.
teeth are a nice touch.
What do seahorses make?
There are cats?
That's the Yoshi noise from Mario. But
I can see it being a
Okay, so
thing.
up we go.
Oh god,
Up
that's
we
so
go.
weird.
Ugh.
Anyways,
Terrifying.
yeah, you head back up, and you make it to the to the top without issue because no one was wearing heavy armor. You find your boat. You can head back to the ship, and you're able to get it docked up with the ship unless you want to do something else with it.
You know, Greyhide, I was pretty impressed by the way you made those sharks avoid us. That was something.
Fitz,
yeah, I just have a way with handling animals. Animals love me. I love animals. And I just I say that as in a douchey and oblivious way as possible. Not meaning to hurt anyone's feelings, but I just really truly believe that.
I have
Yeah.
a question.
Yes.
Are you able to shift into me? Is that
Oh,
something you can do?
I suppose I could use my spell to look like you, but it's not. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm just thinking I'd like to create a distraction. When we left, there were these I don't know. They were kind of looking at me funny, and we're about to dock again, and I feel like if there was another one of me, maybe it would help create confusion. I just felt there was something a little
Yeah, I saw you were
Savory
talking to this
happening
one
on.
sailor. Yeah, and he was
No,
looking
there was
at you.
there,
certainly.
but there were other. We got on the boat quickly, but I could see they had their eye on me.
I glance
Would
at
you be able-
Enigma and I glance at Enigma as I say, "For you, Alpha, I will gallantly assume your face to take on whatever fleck is in your direction." And
I can't tell you how appreciative I am of this.
I glow with purple energy, and my face
I think they're
becomes
adorable.
the face of Alpha.
Wow. That's
And you
so...
take on everything, I assume, right? The clothes, everything.
The clothes, everything.
Okay.
You see him shrink slightly.
Now I just have to
Wow.
practice your voice.
Okay.
Say something.
Hi.
Hi. Hi.
Okay.
Wow, it's like
That's
there's two
pretty
alphas
good.
here.
Roll a performance.
To be honest, Alpha, I feel quite fresh and
It's like hi, yeah, I'm Alpha.
Hi. Hi. I'm Alpha.
Do we see? What was his name? Typhling? Nearby?
Telfi?
Telfi?
Yeah, he seems to be on the docks. He saw you coming and is
Okay.
getting ready to lift it back up.
Fitz, I need you to do me a favor. He's the guy who lent us the boat, and I need you to return it, and I'll meet up with you. And I kind of just scurry off.
With your seahorse?
Yeah. Well, the ski horse is in the water, but yeah.
Alpha, this is a
I just,
you're on
I'm out of there.
strange request,
Yeah,
but
okay.
for my dearly loyal friend, who is always for my dearly. I'm a little confused, but I go to Telfi. Here's your boat back, Telfi. Thank you so much. It was perfect. We spoke to the dragon, and everything was wonderful. Thank you so much.
He says, you sound different.
What?
You sound different. Are you okay?
Well, you know, under the... We're speaking with a dragon, and it was, so it's a bit stressful. I think my throat is a bit sore from trying to yell in the salt water. It is very dry down there,
Okay.
you know?
Hey, you want to go now? and he puts his arm
Yes.
around you, and it looked like he was trying to go right above your hips, but instead the illusion, it just kind of grabs your butt.
Oh, oh, yeah, sure. Where are we going? Telfi?
Oh, the drowned mermaid. Here, this
Where
way.
are we?
And he starts trying
Sure.
to push you
Alpha.
towards a tavern off in the distance.
Have a wonderful time, you two.
Well, hi. I go along with him, and I'm very curious as to this turn of events. I wasn't expecting it.
How much money did you save, Alpha, by promising this date? I forget.
10 gold.
So worth it. Fitz is going to be defiled, but it's worth it.
If I knew that it was going to be, 10 gold, I would have just paid him. But I don't know that. I don't really know what's happening right now.
10 gold is the price that she sold you into the flesh trade for. That's basically what happened. So
Such friendship.
Alpha left the rowboat on a seahorse somewhere, probably went onto shore somewhere. Greyhide and Enigma, you're left there on the deck of the ship. And Fitz and Telfi are heading off the pier. And he keeps trying to pull you along. And he's like, you don't feel quite like I thought you would.
Well, I am full of surprises, Telfi. So tell me what it's like to be a sailor. I love boats.
Roll a deception.
Where's deception? There it is. Now, I'm quite good at deceiving, I'll have you know. I've got +6 to it. Oh, yes.
Wow.
Oh, baby.
He has no idea.
Talk about those boats.
Tell
He
me
says-
more about how you sail.
Let me impress you. You see, this one time I was carrying this big crate of fish,
Let me impress
to
you.
eat. And he goes on about the most mundane story ever. He eventually takes you to the drowning mermaid and proceeds to order you a meal, which is like the base minimum meal.
Oh.
Wine
Oh.
and dined.
You smell it and it's like, ugh, this is not what I'm used to.
Yes.
Enigma, should we go trail, Fitz and go into the same restaurant and have something to eat just to see if, just to keep an eye on things?
Sure thing.
Alpha, where are you in the boat?
What
Do
does Alpha do?
I still have Enigma and Greyhide in my sights, right?
You can if you wanted to, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll trail them since I see they're going somewhere, and I'm assuming they're following Fitz, and he's
Yep.
still our friend, so make sure he's okay.
Is he? Is he?
He orders you a cheap beer.
The things we do for friends.
He
Fitz
orders
is
you a
actually
cheap
also-
beer. Oh, go ahead.
Fitz, I just want to say, Fitz is also actually very curious because Alpha said something about like bad energy, and he's wondering like, is this little halfling somehow affiliated with the Red Wizard and some sort of spy or something? Doesn't understand. So he's pressing for information. So you must meet all kinds of people in your line of work. I'm so interested in magic. Do you ever meet any sort of wizards or sorcerers or anything like that?
Wizards and sorcerers. That's like
Can I
story stuff. What do you say?
Can Greyhide, from where he's sitting, like in another part of the restaurant, can he sense discomfort coming from Fitz right now? Like, does he look like he would rather
You can roll
not
an
be
insight.
there?
I mean,
Because if
Fitz
he
did
is,
roll
I'm going
20
to. I think Greyhide wants to go and pretend to be your boyfriend and get all jealous and break this up. If he's smart enough to figure out that you're uncomfortable. Otherwise, he'll just keep drinking. So let me just see. Roll an insight.
Yeah. He is doing a very good job of acting.
Because
Let me
he
see.
thinks that he's sniffing out a spy for some big important thing for
What
Alpha.
we have
That's why.
here is a lack
Oh.
of communication.
8.
Oh, no.
You seem to be fine. I'm like.
He seems
yeah.
to be handling it well.
I'll get another plate of tarragon nachos, please.
He goes on, and
With
you
shrimp.
interrogate him. You realize he doesn't really know anything. but he keeps buying drinks, and eventually he's a little tipsy, and he scoots his chair up next to you. You say, I hear what women like, and he puts his hand on your thigh. And he's like, that's not what and you see him he starts heading towards your package.
Telfi, when I said that I was full of surprises, I meant it.
Yeah, he gets all the way there, and he's like, he stops for a second, and you see like his face goes a little red, and he says, "Oh, I'm sorry. You're one of those types. I got a and he like puts a silver on the table and runs.
But Telfi, no, we were getting
I'm out of
along
here.
so well. Telfi, wait.
It was doomed.
Telfi.
I put my hand on Fitz's shoulder and said, "I'm sorry, old buddy, but I think this relationship was doomed from the start."
Everybody sees Greyhide's hand is just floating in the air right above his head.
Oh yeah.
On my actual shoulder. I allow the spell to end, and the illusion falls away and sparkles into purple energy, and I sit there sadly and I say, "Do you know, Greyhide, he was the nicest little man. The nicest little man. I'm really going to miss him."
On his way out, you see him run out of the establishment. Fig does, and he actually spots you and sees you, and he's like, and he just keeps balding away, like towards, like he's so freaked out right now.
I walk in. Do I see my friends?
Yes, you see Greyhide's arm around Fitz's shoulder as he turns back into Fitz.
Okay. I go to see Fitz, and I just saw Telfi running out. Thank you so much.
Alpha, I don't understand. We were getting along so well, and then he just wasn't open-minded enough for it to work.
Weird energy.
Do you know, I did try. I know you said weird energy. I tried very hard to suss out what he knew about, our red-clad magical friend or anything like that. Nothing at all. I don't know what you were getting at. He didn't know anything.
I must have misread the situation.
Yes. No, he was a very nice little man.
I order Fitz a drink.
I think.
I feel like somehow he needs
that
it.
Drink. Yes, I think.
Rejected again.
Oh wow.
Pretty sketchy move from Alpha, I must say. Selling him into the flesh trade to save 10 gold.
She belongs to Angelo. It's not just about the gold.
That's
Please.
true. That's true.
I mean, you could have just paid him. You
could have paid him the 10 gold, but that's not Alpha. Alpha likes to barter, and now we know barter and/or sell her friends into human trafficking.
You don't know, because I just said that I may have misread the situation, and I was just very grateful that Fitz was able to.
She doesn't want anyone to know that she just played a horrible prank on Fitz.
Yes.
Well, Fitz has no idea. He's just a little bit sad that Chelsea ran off that way. Well, I'm feeling a little bit drunk.
Should we get in touch with Vajra about the dragon situation?
Yes.
See if
It's
we can
starting to
our
get a
payments?
little late at this point. It's about around 6 or 7. The sun's starting to go down.
The sun's down. That means we can go
Starting to
outside.
go down.
Well, we can go gambling.
Ooh, or we could go see some other halflings at a pub in the North Ward and punch them.
Punching
Yeah.
down.
Right, but if we go gambling, we could finish our first assignment, get paid, then go see Vajra in the morning, get paid, and then...
Yeah, punch a halfling, get paid. I'm good with either.
It's so cute
having
how
not
you
punching
always
down.
like money, Alpha. I'm glad it doesn't negatively impact our party at all. Alright, well, yes, for sure, let's go gambling.
Okay.
You know?
You head to where they told you the residence was. On the way there, everybody can roll a perception. Alpha at
Perception?
disadvantage.
Right, because Alpha's still focused on Enigma. With a 9, Fitz is going, wow, he's still sitting
Wow.
there thinking about Telfie.
I still got a 23 at a disadvantage, so.
Jesus Christ.
Nice.
Will you stop
Oh, yeah,
deceiving
this-
so much?
Yeah, you notice somehow, out of the corner of your eye, you see the familiar drow behind you, kind of shadowing you, following you.
Following us.
The one
The one-
from Fitz's dreams?
No,
The one that's
with-
from it wasn't. They were in Fitz's dreams, sorta, and
the one who
they,
was following us for quite a while
Yeah.
back at the mansion. The one I
Yes.
spotted from the roof of my room.
and the one that
Yeah,
stepped
that
in
one.
when you were
Okay.
fighting the other guy.
Not the captain who was in Fitz's dreams, the other one who was in Fitz's dreams. Yes.
All right, so I stopped dead in my tracks.
dream.
They stopped.
What? Alpha?
They kind of stop, look around, go lean against a wall.
I go.
They're doing a
Alpha,
pretty
you
good
alright?
job of hiding in plain sight. You know, acting nonchalant, like they're part of the crowd.
I choose a direct approach, and I took a few steps towards them, and I said, "What do you want?"
I'm supposed to follow you.
Oh, it's you. Hello. Hey, how are you doing? It's really nice that you're still following us. How's things on the boat? How's Jalaxel? How's the captain? Is everyone all right?
Following us for what?
I guess I haven't been able to be there too much recently because I've been having to follow you.
Do you know we were fighting a vampire a couple days ago, and we really could have used your help. Why didn't you come in then?
Yeah, I would have stepped in, but you seem to be doing okay. Then those other people were showing up. I wasn't going to get involved.
Well, fair enough. Well, listen, if you want to talk about, Lolth and Elisare and the goddesses in our lives, I'm always here to talk, okay? If you want.
I hate Loaf. I don't
Good.
care about Elistre.
But Elistre is here for you, She wants good things for you. She's really wonderful. She's done marvelous things. I really think you should think about it.
Can we just
Convert
act
it.
like you didn't notice me and keep on going?
Okay, but
I
I'm here
mean,
to
if
talk
you're gonna
you need
follow
anything.
us anyways, why don't you just? We know you're following us, so why don't you just walk with us? This
No,
is
but
ridiculous.
Alpha, that's good because then they don't think we have backup, but we actually do.
We don't really have backup. Greyhide almost died, so
Yeah, it's true.
you want to just walk with us? And since it's all out in the open now, this is kind of silly.
Fine. Yeah, fine. Okay.
Wow, okay, that worked.
And as we walk, I say, do you know, I've been I remember I saw those exercises you were doing on the boat, and I've been trying to work that into my own sword work. I know, it was really, really stunning, your dexterity. I was quite impressed. I've been working on pulling in that double parry move that I saw you do. I've been working on my double parries. Can I show you? And I take out my rapier and I start trying to see. You were sort of like this and this, and I've been trying to do that. 1, 2. Yes, is that good? Is that about right?
At first, they look kind of annoyed that you're trying because they kind of get in. They see what you're trying to do, and but eventually, once you do it, you like completely flop it. What he was doing before. And immediately it just like switches like no, and he like comes up and he actually like holds your hand and gets next to you and like pushes in the right thrusting way and starts moving you.
Oh, thank you. That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Get
Yeah,
some
I
training
learned
in.
it from Jarlaxle.
Mm,
He's
there's a
quietly-
couple.
Why
There
do
is a
you
beautifully troubled man.
why do you hang around with him?
Jarlaxle.
Yeah.
Roll persuasion.
21.
Wow.
Just seem like you would have a mind of your own.
I do have a mind of my own.
So
He-
then,
I met him in the Underdark. He was in the male guild. Us females aren't allowed in there. Well, back then. And we met by chance. Started talking in the top rafts of the city of Mezzo. Only spiders up there,
so I think she likes him. It's like, can I do like insight check?
You can do an insight.
Wow. What the heck?
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
I wish those rolls were safe for battle.
You get the feeling that she really likes that memory and that there might be more to it than just liking that memory. But you don't get any like present day like super affection. And when you say that, he'll say, no, I not like that. Not anymore. Not after, never mind. But we were, yeah, that's how I met him. And I hated the rules of the matriarchy. And so when he was revolting, well, that's not for me to say. But needless, when he came to the surface, he took me with him.
So you've sort of been with him since?
Yeah.
Okay.
What a beautiful story. Fitz is crying a single tear as he listens to this and imagines the beautiful romance of these two lovers on the rooftops of the Underdark.
Are you all right, Fitz? Some sort of weird, salty discharge is coming out of your eye.
I'm
You
sorry,
okay?
it must be the salt water from
I'm
earlier.
just getting the clock.
Strange.
Like, I'm just clocking in that this person seems like she'd probably follow him pretty blindly. So, probably be careful.
But I don't feel that way about him anymore.
Okay.
Well, if you're ever back on the market, half dark elf has its own advantages. Slightly different flavor,
Yeah,
And
you
I
guys
rolled
should
to
totally
seduce.
date. Go into a room together. I
Uh,
want
To
to happen.
seduce with advantage because you have a wingman all of a sudden.
Okay. Well, we've got a 22 and a 22, so
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not supposed to like other guys anymore. But I don't know.
interesting.
Maybe.
Well,
Wow, that's pretty good.
we're off to go do a little gambling.
Really? You
Maybe.
with the prisoner and the threats and everything that's going on, you're gonna go gambling?
We're trying
It's
to.
more of an investigation.
Yeah. We're trying to size someone up. So maybe you'd have some additional insight. Maybe you can pose as Fitz's date for the occasion. They won't be expecting you, so we kind of need a reason for you to be there.
Enigma's on mute. I think you're trying to say something.
Nope, just holding up the cat.
Oh, I thought you were on mute. Okay.
I was talking to Barry.
Oh,
She was
okay.
doing
I
this.
muted myself.
Oh,
Well, we want to hear what you're saying to Barry. So. Aw, it's
Obviously.
okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's
Just
between
crying.
you two. Aw.
What time is it? Okay, so you head there. He will eventually tell you his name is Felrek Lafin. Felrek Lafin. What you may have known before, I can't remember. But if you didn't, that's the person's name.
I don't think we did. Delbert
Yeah.
Cliffin.
He carries a rapier and a small shield on him, as well as having some type of mail underneath a tunic of a sort.
Solid look for you. So I suppose. Does Failrek?
Felwrecked. It's like get wrecked, but Felwrecked.
It's like fail
Failrek
and wreck.
Lathin.
Yeah.
Fail and wreck at the same time. That's
Yes.
quite a name. Does Failrek agree to pose as my date, or decide to hang back?
Do
I
you still
feel
have
like-
that ring?
Hmm?
Do you still have that ring?
Yes.
Roll a persuasion.
Oh. We've got a dirty 20.
Give me that ring and it might be more convincing.
Hey.
Oh. I do have a spell where I can disguise myself, so...
Insight check.
You
do
can
an
roll one
insight
if you
check.
want.
I'll roll insight check on this guy. Taking
Fitz
Fitz's
is-
ring. Where's my insight? Why?
Greyhide thinks it's all on the up and up, so he's not rolling.
I mean, I might be curious and say...
16?
Seems legitimate. Seems weirdly hesitant for some reason.
Is there a particular reason you wanted to? Just curious.
Yeah.
Care to
Well,
share?
as a sign of trust, sure. Yeah. Hey,
Seems
take
legit.
it.
He takes the ring and puts it on. And right there, wavering, you expect to see the usual person that Fitz was. Instead, what you see is a somewhat plain, doesn't really stand out, typical human female. But wearing the same thing. The armor, breastplate, and long sword shield.
That doesn't do for you what it did for me. But, alright.
Yeah, it works
Straight
different on
on you.
different people.
I have questions that I do not ask. Let's go get the doppelgangers.
Except we don't say that they're doppelgangers.
Right.
He just did, so...
Someone goes, doppelgangers in the city.
Haha, no. Just trying
It's a
to
figure of
praise.
speech.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I say when I need to go get someone. Let's go get those doppelgangers.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a local.
It's a sign of affection, you know. Oh, you're such a doppelganger, Greyhide.
Stop doppelganging.
Yes.
Silly.
You know
Yes,
me.
You
Always
say that all the
doppelganging
time.
about. Like I was with
Well.
Enigma yesterday when I looked like her. Or you today, Alpha, when I looked like you. This is becoming a theme in my life.
That sounds like a good place to end. So next time we'll see what happens in the gambling den with Fitz and not Felrek, and don't
Fran,
miss
I think.
the behind the roll at
On YouTube?
on YouTube. Sorry, it'll be
Yes.
released Saturday to see the follow up. You probably saw the preview from the previous one if you watched it on YouTube, but this one will be going through how I quickly put together modular buildings and stuff like that with 3D printing. So
And if you haven't seen the first
Thank you, the
episode of
last
Behind the
Jessica
Roll,
ones.
it is our behind the scenes episode of how we do things, and you can go check it out on our YouTube page, which you can access through on our Twitch page.
or a link tree, which is also in the
Or
description.
link tree.
So with that, hey, see you later.
Convoy!
Convoy into danger.
Headlong, yeah, convoy.
Yeah.